Venom Let There Be Carnage was directed by Andy Serkis, and it stars Tom Hardy back as Eddie Brock from the first movie, and Venom, well, most likely Eddie Brock. And this is the sequel to the first movie. And this is the sequel to the first movie, which came out in 2018. Oh, that also stars Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, and most likely Venom, actually. So let's talk about it. So in this movie, excuse me, sorry. So in this movie, so Eddie Brock and Venom are not really getting along that well. They're arguing back and forth a little bit, and then when they went to visit a serial killer named Cletus Cassidy, who's played by Woody Harrelson, and then when he bites Eddie Brock, he takes like the piece of the symbiote out of Eddie Brock, and then Cletus Cassidy turns into a CGI version of Carnage, and Carnage is wreaking havoc, and now Venom and Eddie must work together to stop him, and now we got our movie. I was really looking forward to seeing this movie last year. Let me tell you something. I was really looking forward to seeing this movie, probably mostly since last year, but the movie was pushed back like a couple of times because of the pandemic, and now we have the movie now. And also, when I saw a little bit of a teaser for this movie, I was just like, let me guess, Carnage is going to be in this movie. And then when I heard they were making a Venom 2, I was just like, is this movie going to be as bad as the first film? I don't know. It's too soon to tell. I heard some okay reviews about this movie. The thing is, I actually heard some okay reviews about the movie. The movie, I think some people like it, some people might not like it, some people might think it's okay. In my opinion, do I like this movie? Yes, I love this movie. This movie is this movie any good? Well, I'll get back to that later. Well, in a minute. Is this movie an improvement away from the first movie? Yes. Does this movie have a better villain? Yes. Is this movie any good? I would say, like I said, this movie got okay reviews. I would say it's an okay movie. At least this movie got a little bit better reviews. But the first Venom movie, which I thought it was okay. I mean, I like the first Venom movie. The only thing I care about in the first Venom movie was Eddie Brock and Venom, and that's all I care about. But with Eddie Brock and Venom in this movie, I thought they did a good job. So let's talk about the actors and the characters. Let's start off with Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and Venom. Well, most likely Eddie Brock. I gotta tell you right off the bat, I thought Tom Hardy was really good in this movie. He was great in this movie. He did a really good job in the first movie, but in this one, he did a good job. Because I thought him and Venom have really good chemistry together. They actually do have a really good chemistry in the first movie, but in this one, they have a really good chemistry together. But then Eddie Brock's all like, look, I'm having a crappy life because Venom is not letting me do me for once, or yada yada yada, something like that. And then yes, they're just not getting along that well. They're just arguing a little bit back and forth a little bit. But then yeah. But all I can say is Tom Hardy's really good in this movie. Now, I do want to talk about... One second. Sorry. I do want to talk about Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy. And I gotta tell you, this guy is a badass. I really liked him as Cletus Cassidy. Well, with Carnage, I don't know. I don't know who voices Carnage or Venom. I don't know who voices Venom and Carnage in this movie. All I know is I don't know. Okay, so all I can say is Woody Harrelson, this guy is awesome in this movie because you can actually tell that he's a really good villain in this movie playing Cletus Cassidy and Carnage, and you can discover his backstory, which I'm not going to tell you. You gotta watch the movie. So all I can say is Woody Harrelson, to my opinion, he's a really good choice as Cletus Cassidy and Carnage. And Carnage, on the other hand, Carnage is a badass. This guy is going on and on and on and on. And this guy is a better villain in this movie. So yeah, that's all I can say for Woody Harrelson's character. Next up, Naomi Harris as Frances Barrison. Yeah, Frances Barrison, something like that. AKA Shriek. I don't know anything about this Shriek character. I don't know. I don't think I never heard of Shriek before, but I don't think I heard this Shriek Marvel character before, but when I was watching the movie, I was like, okay, so that's Shriek. So Shriek, Shriek in this movie, I gotta tell you, she didn't really give much. She didn't really do much. I don't think they give her a lot to do. All she does is scream, echo throughout the entire movie. And like she just screams and does echo and screaming and owl, and then basically it can hurt your ears. Well, I'm not talking about in the theater. I'm talking about like sometimes in. Okay, I don't know, but all I can say is Naomi Harris is not really getting a lot, not giving that much. It's not really giving that much to do in the movie. That much. I wish they did something better with her. But all I can say is Naomi Harris is pretty good and okay at the same time. But last but not least, Michelle Williams as Anne. She's back from the first movie. Yeah, she's back from the first movie. It's nice to see her again, but you can actually also see her. You can only see her for at least probably like I feel like she's getting a little bit more screen time in this movie as. I mean, I don't know about the first movie. I haven't watched the first movie in a while. But in this movie, I think she's getting a little bit more screen time, which is okay with me. I don't have any issues with it. But, yeah, she's back from the first movie. But she's not, and also, too, she's not in the movie. I'm sorry. She's not really given much to do in the movie. Like, that's all I can say is she's fine. All I can say is Michelle Williams, I like her. I like her as an actress, but I think they could have gave her something to do in this movie just a little bit. So I think that's all I could say for her, and that's enough for the actors and the characters. So with this movie, with the entire movie, when I walked out of this movie, I said to myself, I like this movie. This movie was even better than the first film. But the only thing I did not like about the first movie is the villain. The villain in the first movie, named Riot. What happened? I feel really bad for Riot right now, but I think they were running out of options of who should be the villain in the first Venom movie. I mean, I understand, but Riot, I don't blame him, but you only see him for at least later during the movie, probably at least later before and after, mostly before and during the final battle in the first Venom movie, and I'm sitting there like, I think Riot, with him, I don't blame him, but he's just not a good villain. But with Carnage is a better villain. I really like Carnage in this movie because Carnage, I feel like Carnage is going on and on and on, just wreaking havoc and doing bad things, and I think that's what I like about him. That's what I really like about Carnage. Carnage is really cool in this movie. But throughout the whole majority of the movie, like I said, Eddie Brock and Venom have really good chemistry together, and that's all I can say. And all I can say is this movie, in my opinion, was really good. But there's some stuff that I like and some things I did not like. There's some stuff that's really good in this movie. Was the action? The action in this movie is better. I like the action scenes in this movie. It's better than the ones from the first movie. I didn't really care enough for the action scenes in the first movie because the action scenes in the first movie just was a little bit lazy, including the final battle from the first movie was kind of lazy at first. But I wish they did something better. But I think the final battle in the first movie, to my opinion, was okay. But the final battle in this movie is better. The action in this movie is better. So yeah. So all I can say is I grew up liking Venom. So all I can tell you guys, I really like Venom and Carnage in this movie because I think a lot of fans have been asking for a live-action CGI version of Carnage. And yes, now we have Carnage now. Now Carnage is a better villain. And all I can say is Carnage is awesome. I really like Carnage in CGI, including Venom. Venom and Carnage in CGI, they do have a little bit of a symbiote fight into one, like later, like during the final battle of the movie. Well, most likely during the final battle of the movie. And I think that the final battle between Venom and Carnage is better. But Venom and the Riot from the first movie? Come on, y'all. But Carnage and Venom is Venom versus Carnage. So I guess it's black symbiote versus red symbiote. So I think this is a way better movie. And that's all I can say is, there's not so much to say. But I think the plot for this movie can be, I don't know. So all I can say is the plot for the movie felt a little bit, sometimes cool, sometimes a little bit nerve-breaking, I guess. But all I can say is a lot of Marvel. If you're a fan of Venom, if you're a fan of Carnage, you might like this movie. You might go into this movie like, I think Carnage is a way better villain. He is a better villain. So all I can say is there's nothing much to say about the movie. So all I can say is there's nothing much to say about the movie review for Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and that's all I can say. All I can say is this is one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's all I can say. So that's about it for this movie review for the movie Venom, Let There Be Carnage. So be sure to like, subscribe, press the notification button, follow me on Instagram, comment down below, and I'll see you on my next video, and thank you for watching.